Good day, welcome to News Now on TV360. I am Thelma Okuru. One person has died after a bomb blast in Beni Sheikh, a village barely 75 kilometers to Maiduguri, the capital of Borno State in northeast Nigeria. No fewer than 37 persons were also injured in that blast. Authorities of the General Hospital in Maiduguri on Monday said that all the casualties were currently receiving treatment, while an unidentified corpse has been deposited at the mortuary. The death toll is bound to rise due to the severity of the bomb blast. Meanwhile, no group has claimed responsibility for the attack, but the deadly Boko Haram sect is largely suspected. The Islamic sect has carried out similar attacks in that region in the past. The Nigerian army said its troops in Borno State killed a notorious member of the Boko Haram sect as well as two other members known for terrorizing a community in the northeast state. Spokesperson for the army, Colonel Sani Usman, said the suspected terrorists were killed by personnel on fighting patrol. He added that the troops of 25 Task Force Brigade acted based on a tip-off. The troops also recovered an AK-47 rifle with its magazine, 43 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition, 1 grinding machine and 5 Dane guns. Nigeria's federal government has described as a hoax the figures being mentioned by ISIS concerning the number of attacks carried out by Boko Haram and the number of people killed by the terrorists in Nigeria in the last 2 months. In a statement issued in Abuja on Monday, Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, said the imaginary figures were part of the ISIS strategy to show up the morale of its dispersed and defeated fellow terrorists in Nigeria. The minister said some of the videos released by the group were neither recent nor genuine. He added that the ISIS Boko Haram propaganda is being deliberately timed to coincide with the December 31st deadline issued to the military by the president to kill the terrorists in a bid to distract the military. The minister urged Nigerians to ignore the propaganda. Now, another federal high court has granted the former National Security Advisor, Colonel Sambo Dasuki, retired bail. Dasuki, alongside former Minister of State for Finance, Bashir Yuguda, a former Director of Finance at the Office of the NSA, Shuaibu Salisu, a former Sokoto State Governor, Atahiru Bafarawa, and his son, Sagiru, and two firms, Dahalalatu Investment Limited and Jebam Ada Global Services, were granted bail on Monday. Their bail was granted with conditions in the sum of 250 million naira each and two sureties in like sum. The FCC had accused Dasuki, Yuguda and Salisu and his stealing 5.05 billion naira between April 14, 2014 and May 7, 2015. Another High Court of the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja had on Friday granted bail to Dasuki and 4 others in another case in which they were all accused of a 19-count charge of money laundering and criminal breach of trust. A Nigerian group, the Civil Society Network Against Corruption, has urged the Chairman Code of Conduct Bureau to immediately persecute the immediate past Minister of Finance, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, for abuse of office and contravention of institutionalized procedures for public office holders while in office. In a petition to the Bureau signed by its chairman, Olarewaju Suraju, the coalition criticized the illegal manner the former Minister of the Economy allegedly disbursed funds recovered from late Sani Abacha. The group also accused the former minister of misleading Nigerians with false information on the utilization of the said funds. According to the group, since the said funds were not appropriated by the National Assembly before the transfers were made, the disbursements were illegal and unlawful. The Federal Operations Unit of the Nigeria Customs Service, Ikeja, said it has intercepted smuggled goods worth 23.7 million naira. A statement by the unit spokesperson, Uche Ejesieme, said the goods, which consist of frozen poultry products, school and ladies' handbags, were intercepted on Thursday last week. It said the Lagos Roving Patrol Team of the unit, headed by Assistant Comptroller General of the Customs, Adamu Abubakar, intercepted a white Mercedes-Benz truck along Ajawa Estate Oshodi Expressway, suspected to be laden with the smuggled goods. The statement said that the truck with the suspect was brought to the unit for further investigation. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission has confirmed that the new electricity tariff regime has been adjusted to fix charges for all classes of electricity consumers. The Commission said henceforth, from the next billing months, distribution companies will no longer charge their customers monthly fixed charges. Fixed charge is that component of the tariff that commits electricity consumers to paying an approved amount of money, not minding whether or not electricity is consumed during the billing period. The Commission's chairman, Sam Amadi, under the new tariff regime said electricity consumers will now only pay for what they consume from month to month. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, we'll look at business and international stories. Stay tuned.
Hello, you're welcome. You're watching the Funny White Man Show, which is the biggest, the brightest, and the most entertaining show in Africa.
Funny white man, funny white man, funny white man. But this way you talk, it's too much. Give me 5,000 man, that's you. It's too much. So you get it like, make you move along the street. Ah, yeah, me should like there. I'm going girl. You know, my own people. Ah, actually, yeah, fine. It's fun. I enjoy it, and I'm one of those very few. I'm forever taking it personal. I will say 160 million Nigerians are corrupt. How? My brother, I'm looking for you.
Yeah, but it's a growth, and this is the time to build business and know the pitfalls and know what to do and what not to do. But there are months where you get business and months.
You know how we do, how we train them. We do the way you do.
Hello, you're welcome. You're watching Trending Matters on the Funny White Man Show. Of course, they will bring you trending issues just to entertain and tickle your fancy.
Welcome back. You're watching TV360 News now. To business stories. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation has assured Nigerians of availability of petroleum products during the festive season. Minister of State for Petroleum Ibe Kachiko said the NNPC had resorted to renewed special supply intervention measures to ensure a countrywide availability of petroleum products ahead of the forthcoming Yuletide and beyond. Kachiko gave the order to the Pipelines and Products Marketing Company, PPMC, and Petroleum Products Pricing Regulatory Agency, PPPRA. A statement released by the NNPC said the special supply intervention kicked off over the weekend. The corporation says that daily fuel trucks which leaves depots to Abuja, Kaduna, Enugu, Kano, Ibadan, and Jos has increased significantly. Nigeria has restarted its northern Kaduna refinery, an official of NNPC said on Monday. This comes after a pipeline pumping crude to the plant resumed operations. The refinery, which has a capacity of 1,110 barrels a day, resumed on Saturday. This is according to Ohi Alegbe, a spokesperson for NNPC. He gave no production data. However, Nigeria's 4 oil refineries produced nothing in October despite a goal from the state company to produce 30% of its own gas line in 2016. Despite exporting 2 million barrels per day of crude oil, Nigeria is almost solely reliant on imported petroleum products. Brent crude prices hit their lowest in over 11 years on Monday, hounded by a relentless rise in global supply that looks set to outpace demand again next year. Brent futures fell at about 2% to as low as $36.05 a barrel on Monday, their weakest since July 2004, while U.S. crude futures dropped 31 cents to $34.42 a barrel, their lowest since 2009. The price of oil has halved over the past year, dealing a blow to economies of oil producers such as Nigeria, which faces its worst crisis in years, or Venezuela, which has been plunged into deep recession. On the international scene, a suspicious device found on an Air France flight from Mauritius to Paris that prompted an emergency landing was harmless and caused a false alarm, the airline chief executive said. Air France staff on Sunday decided to land the Boeing 777 at the nearest airport in Kenyan port city of Mombasa after a passenger found the object in the toilet late on Saturday and alerted crew, CEO Frederick Gagey said on Sunday. The suspicious object was made out of cardboard and paper and contained a timer, Gagey said, adding that it must have been planted by an unknown person. Meanwhile, authorities are questioning 4 people in connection with the incident. A suicide vehicle bomb attack on a patrol near a base in Bagram in eastern Afghanistan has killed 6 foreign soldiers and injured 6 other people. Bagram is the biggest U.S. military facility in Afghanistan. NATO, which leads the international force in Afghanistan, did not give the nationalities of those affected. Some 12,000 foreign soldiers are deployed as part of the Resolute Support International Coalition, which is meant to underpin Afghanistan's own security forces. The soldiers taking part are from NATO states and NATO partners. Moving on to sport now, FIFA President Sepp Blatter and UEFA boss Michel Platini have been suspended for 8 years from all football-related activities following an ethics investigation. They were found guilty on Monday of breaches surrounding a £1.3 million disloyal payment made to Platini in 2011. The FIFA Ethics Committee found Blatter and Platini had demonstrated an abusive execution of their positions. Meanwhile, the 79-year-old Blatter has vowed to fight the ruling. Platini, on his own part, said the decision was a masquerade intended to dirty his name. Both men continue to deny any wrongdoing and intend to appeal at the Court of Arbitration for Sports. Swiss Blatter and 60-year-old Frenchman Platini have also been fined £33,000 and £54,000 respectively. Pep Guardiola is to leave Bayern Munich at the end of the season and will be replaced by Carlo Ancelotti. The club has confirmed the Spanish coach has enjoyed remarkable success in Bavaria in his spell as manager, winning 2 Bundesliga titles, 1 DFB Pokal, the UEFA Super Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup. Guardiola will leave after choosing not to renew his contract. Bayern Munich chief executive Karl-Heinz Rummenigge confirmed the much-anticipated change in manager, thanking Guardiola for his work and confirming that a deal for Italian Ancelotti, who has been out of a job since leaving Real Madrid and the close season, had been completed. Well, we've come to the end of news now. We thank you very much for watching. I am Thelma Okoro.